Hi there, scary creepypasta story lovers. I know, I'm not Johnny, who you have so lovingly dubbed the creepypasta guy. Where is he? Well, that last Cuphead creepypasta was pretty intense, so he had to take a breather, or I don't know, he said he was going home to play some games, so maybe they got him. So in his place, just for today, I'm Sasha. I'm here to continue the tale of creepypasta terror that started out with creepypasta.exe. And it continued on with Scary Mugman. So if you missed those, well, the link will be down below, or you can click the card. Now it's time to move on to Ms.Chalice. She's a newer character who was announced for the Cuphead DLC, Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course. And once that's released, you'll be able to play her in the full version of the game as well. That is, if you can stomach her after this story, of course. It's time! Cuphead.EXE Part 3, Ms.Chalice.EXE. Our protagonist still found himself stuck to his laptop, forced to play the mysterious version of Cuphead he had found there, watching a demonic Cuphead control a desolate mugman. Forced out of the game and back to the desktop, the player found a new file, Chalice.EXE. With fingers paining and stuck to the keyboard, the player had no choice but to click. Fingers moving like those on a puppet, he was hearing an eerie voice of Cuphead telling him they weren't done yet. When he booted up the game, he saw the opening screen with Cuphead and Mugman. Mugman was tugging the player's strings, forcing him to press action. The broken doll Mugman jerked on the screen, with no purpose. Desperate to free himself, the player decided that the only way to escape was to play. As he played, he saw that the game around him was deteriorating, glitching, nothing but patches and pixels. The player followed the deranged Cuphead and dangling Mugman past the corpses of their slain foes, watching as Cuphead mocked and played with the corpses. The player was repulsed by Cuphead, but still couldn't free his fingers. Together, they traveled to the item shop, Cuphead promising Mugman a special item that made the latter grin maniacally underneath the tape covering his mouth. Ill intent gleamed in both their eyes. Cuphead burst through the shop door. The gift for Mugman was the shop owner. As the owner tried to flee, Mugman's body contorted until his stomach exploded with even more wires. Coarse, harsh strings, a demented puppet. His strings sliced the pig to pieces. Cuphead then could collect them and feed them into the gaping hole. The player watched it all, frozen in disgust. On the screen, Cuphead noted that there was a new island, and they could all go there and clean it out. Helplessly, the player followed Cuphead and Mugman to the island, a dull, lifeless map bereft of all color and life from the previous map. That was, except for a golden glow coming from a raised tomb. Even the player was curious about it, and they all moved towards it. And as they moved forward, it opened for them, luring them inside with the quiet sound of harps. Slowly, they made their way to the center where they found the traditional vase. Cuphead used his axe, still wet with blood, to shatter it. Out of the vase slid a figure, covered in black ooze. And as the figure lay there, ghosts filled the room, swirling angrily, attempting to destroy Cuphead and Mugman. Or were they? Slowly the ghosts began to fill the body on the ground, which swelled up with each new ghost, until the figure rose, screaming. Cuphead tried to kill the creature, but to no avail. The player felt compelled to play as Cuphead to defeat this new grotesque apparition, but nothing helped. And the player watched as Mugman exploded in rage, wires and pig meat shooting from his body in a gush, slicing the monster to pieces, as Cuphead ran forward, chopping the chunks into even finer bits. The ooze slowly rolled back together, gathering shards of glass as it grew, creating a body that Cuphead dubbed Ms.Chalice. Her body was nearly perfect, minus the cracks in her chalice and pulsing veins on her arms. Gleefully, Cuphead told the player she would be joining them. Helplessly, the player was forced to keep playing, now with 3 evil masters. The mind of Yaman has done it again, so give him some love and encourage him to keep these coming. The world needs more scary Cuphead. We need to hear more about Ms.Chalice's adventures. I hope you didn't miss Johnny too much. He will be back. He's just off living his best life. But I know you all want to know what happened next. So I want to know, what's your scariest real gaming experience? Like actually playing a game and then freaking out because something really odd happened. Let me know down below, and thanks so much for watching Top 10 Gaming. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for even more scary lists and creepypastas. Bye bye.